It's just raging out here. You gotta wonder about our decision making sometimes. What a great day to go for a camp out. It's Milo's first camping trip. I have never seen this road in the condition it's in today. Plus we have a wind warning and very steady rain. But we're having a great time if we ever get there.
It's fun.
And here's the culprit who's been doing all of the whining and the crying in the back seat. That's Milo. Well, we've made it to Morton Lake. I think the drive off the highway is 16 kilometers, and I think it took us about 50 minutes. I've never seen the road so bad, and we're just experiencing a huge windstorm and rain right now. We positioned the van so that the door is away from the direction that the wind is coming from, which isn't very convenient for this campsite, but that's easy to move tomorrow when it's supposed to be better. It's just raging out here. You gotta wonder about our decision making sometimes, but it was pretty decent when we left home, and I was ever hopeful that the forecast was going to be a fizzle, but I guess not. Milo stood most of the 160 plus 170 kilometers, and he whined for probably about 150 of them. But with the bumpy road, it's going to be a memorable trip. But we're dry in the van, and oh, here he's starting to whine again. And yeah, it's going to be an inside afternoon at least for the next little while. So we're just going to set up in here, and when we can get out and do something a little bit in the fresh air, I'll be looking forward to it. We've been here now for about 3 hours, and it's not let up. This is just crazy. But anyway, we're okay in the van. We have a little butane stove. We've got, of course, the stove in the van, but I'm going to make corn on the cob tonight, and I'm going to have to boil it. And when you do that in the van, it just steams everything up. So I'm going to set up a little table and my butane stove. And then I have some pre-cooked ribs. Thankfully, they're done. And I'm just going to heat those in the van, and I can do that. So it's corn on the cob and ribs. Anyway, it's an exceptional experience, and for his first trip, well, it's maybe not 100%, but tomorrow's supposed to be a better day, and I'm hoping that we'll get to spend some time outside and have you come along. But tonight, you can be really, really happy that you're not here. So I'll probably see you in the morning. I'm going to take Milo out one more time, but it's really closing in. It's getting dark. So I would say I'm going to see you in the morning, and it's supposed to be much better weather tomorrow. So good night for now. Good morning. I don't know what happened yesterday. Oh, well, that's okay. Let's go down to the lake and have a better, closer look. There's no big white caps today. Oh, this is perfect. Look at this. This is just a beautiful morning. We actually slept pretty well last night. Milo and Bob and I were all asleep by 9:30 at the latest. So I woke up in the night and suddenly it was quiet. So that windstorm that went through just came to like a sudden halt. This morning I'm going to make some breakfast out on the little stove outside, and then we're going to turn the van around and set up this camp properly. Oh, here comes Bob and Milo. Hi Milo, good morning. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning.
Hi Milo. Did you like camping? No. He says, I don't like it.
Okay.
Looks pretty good. We're going to go inside the van and eat this in a few minutes. And then we'll start cleaning up and organizing our campsite. Well, this looks a bit better. We got a fire going, got the van turned around the right way for the campsite. So we're going to just start now settling in and finally enjoying why we're here. And that's just to relax and have some nice warm campfires and maybe throw a fishing rod in after a while. And get Milo used to going camping. Well, what a beautiful afternoon this has turned out to be. I just thought I'd come over to Mahon Lake, which is just a little neck of land between Morton Lake and Mahon Lake. Bob and Milo are having a nap. So I'm not really counting on this for dinner. I've got some chicken, but it would be nice if I caught a fish. Anyway, we'll see. So I'm just going to enjoy this. But what a great spot. And it's really, really warm. I'm going to have to take my vest off. Well, I had one on over at Mahon Lake. I got off at the shore, but it was just a small one. So it's probably just as well that it got off. So I'm back here at Morton Lake. It's really beautiful, calm. But without my little boat, I can't really get out far enough. The water level's quite low, even after yesterday's rain. And I'm just hitting weeds. So that's okay. It's a beautiful day, and I'm enjoying being here. Well, I'm just in the van preparing some dinner for us for tonight. It's going to be some chicken thighs with some barbecue sauce, a bit of olive oil, salt, and pepper. And our vegetables are going to be mushrooms, peppers. I've scraped off the little bit of corn that was left from last night. And I'm going to do some of this Uncle Ben's Bistro rice. I won't have to come in here to cook, which on a day like today suits me just fine. That's nice, and I'm just going to go sit down and enjoy what's remaining of this afternoon because it's going to cool off before too long. Milo has slowly settled in. This is such a transition for him. I think he's always been an urban dog, and to come out here he's probably really confused about it. We've done some trail walking into some really lovely quiet places, but we've always gone home, and I think Milo's wondering when we're going to go home. Bob's got him out for yet another walk. Bob's been very, very good about walking Milo frequently, and it seems to help him just kind of get his sillies out. I can see that he is adaptable. It's just a matter of a lot of patience. So, anyway, we've had a lovely day, and I'm just going to sit here and watch the evening as it sets in, get the last bit out of the firewood, and just enjoy it. Well, good morning, everybody. We're all up and had a decent sleep in the van last night. And today's a cloudy morning, but it's not raining and it's reasonably bright out. So nothing to complain about. Milo had a quiet night and just a little bit of an early start, thanks to Milo. But nonetheless, I guess when you gotta go, you gotta go. And Bob got up and took him out. So anyway, he seems to be reasonably settled this morning. Everything, though, that happens is really new to him, and he gets rather alarmed. But he settles down after a bit. So I think things have gone reasonably well for our very first go for this poor little urban dog to go out and spend 48 hours out in the woods with us. So anyway, we're just going to have some breakfast here. Bacon and pancakes this morning, folks. Now that looks pretty good. Be ready for breakfast. Well, that looks pretty good. I'm hungry too. So we're going to finish this up and then we'll be starting to pack up. So I'll be back to you in a little bit. Well, we're just packed up and concluding our first 2 days away camping with Milo at Morton Lake. The campsite was terrific. The weather was certainly interesting. And then yesterday was a perfect day. It was beautiful. No problems with the van. Milo, on the other hand, was challenging, but everything was so new for him. I don't think he was comfortable that often. He slept fine. He was very good in the night, but in the day, I think there was just so much stimulation around and so much newness, and he wasn't quite sure where he was supposed to go. He also had to be on a leash all the time, which was a bit restrictive for him, but Bob took him for numerous walks, lots and lots of walks, so he wasn't just tied up by any means, and he was always right close enough for us to pat him and try and reassure him. So I would say Milo overall did, it's hard to say out of 10, I would say 6 probably. But it was a first trip, and I think that he slept well and didn't cry too much. The van travel, he's definitely not used to that. It'll be interesting. We've got 150 plus kilometers to go home, and we'll see how he does with that. And we start out with the worst part of the road. So overall, you know, I think you couldn't have expected a 10, and we didn't get that, but it's a start. So we're hoping that things will just continue to improve And as we take him out for day trips in the van over the winter, maybe the odd overnight, questionable as the weather shuts down. But yeah, I had a very nice time. I enjoyed just being here. It's my favorite provincial campsite, and I'm going to look forward to coming back again. So we'll see you on the next round, and get outside if you can, enjoy nature, and live life fully. We're doing our best.